Hi guys, I'm Lisa for wtfLisa Tarot. I feel bad for giggling just now. Considering the subject is, I get an energy of someone hurting their leg and falling. And then I'm here giggling. Let me get into this. Let me get through this intro and get into this reading. I feel a little guilty for laughing. There was kind of no reason for it. What a weird energy. But then again, it's tarot. If it wasn't weird, why read it? It would be boring. I get messages through songs. So I have one earbud in, one earbud out. Like, share, subscribe. Drop a tip, why don't you? Cash App, wtfLisa Tarot. Shop my store, wtfLisa eBay. I have some spiritual items and some non-spiritual items. It's eBay. It's made to be random. Phone readings are closed. Every great once in a while, I'll offer it on a specific day just because my schedule's crazy. I can't be consistently available. Recorded video tarot readings, though, are available on wtfLisa Etsy. I have a 3-card reading and a hidden truth reading for $5.55 and a $5 yes or no reading. wtfLisa Etsy, links in the description. So, I was trying to not read for this falling energy because who cares? I don't know why I think that. First I'm laughing, then I'm like, who cares? Which is crazy. But I'm already like, I don't want to deal with it. I have other stuff to do today. No, it's hitting me hard. Every song has been about falling, and I feel something with someone's legs being an issue. So I had Every Little Step by Bobby Brown, and then I had something else with falling. I can't even remember. Now I have Fall For You by Sacred Hand Serenade, and I was laughing at first about tonight's that we're not fighting, is that it used to play all the time when it came out. Like, I heard it everywhere, and it's been so long now. No, you don't think that I am trying. What is this fight energy, though? Because be the night that I will fall for you. I have been getting an energy of a fight, but it's like two men fighting. And I don't necessarily think it's a domestic disturbance because you don't have to necessarily be married or in a romantic relationship. Although it could be that too, but you know, you could have a domestic disturbance with family, domestic disturbance with a roommate, domestic disturbance with a neighbor because it's domestic. It's a house fight. But I have King of Wands energy here, Leo, Aries, Sag. It's also Leo season, but there's a Leo, Aries, Sag up in the mix. I don't know if he's part of the fight or just watching it. That's the thing, or just the homeowner. That could be important later because when lawsuits happen, the homeowner's gonna be involved. His thought that life. I was stronger. I think someone really thought they would win some fight in the moment, but they get their ass kicked, their legs fucked up. They don't have a leg to stand on, too. That's the other thing. They talked a lot of shit, like, oh, kick his ass, and then they got their ass kicked. So maybe that's the leg energy I'm picking up, too. Not only a fall as in physical, hurting themselves, because if they're punched hard enough and they fall and they land weird, you know. But also just the fall because of, they talked this big ass mess, and then people actually saw them fight, and it was like, what the fuck? Someone could have been like, I'm a black belt, and then it was time to fight, and they're like, no, and then just sloppy hands. No martial arts technique whatsoever. They don't have a leg to stand on, is what I'm thinking, though. That's like an expression they used to say. 9 of Wands. So now, it also doesn't necessarily have to be a fire sign, but someone in some very fiery karmic energy talked a big game, good mess, and now he's fallen in a way, like status. But I also feel like his leg is fucked up too. Why fights tend to have injuries. Even if you win, you're still a little beat up. Girl like you's impossible to find. I don't feel like this is a romantic situation. I just feel like, you know, some people call people a girl. That could be what they're doing with this man here. Dude fights like a girl. So maybe he's one of those loudmouths, but he can't back it up. Dude's ego is hurt for sure. And Six of Swords, a lot of people are talking about it. Page of Swords. Did you see that fight? And then I think there's also a video, and then it's on YouTube and social media, and people are sharing it, and it's just so bad. Three of Swords. Now this guy, oh my god, I was saying he doesn't have a leg to stand on, and something with his leg and falling and hurting himself. Now I have Careless Whisper by George Michael, and he says, I'm never gonna dance again. But also this person doesn't have a leg to stand on anymore. After that fight, everyone thinks you're the biggest pussy. Sucks to be you, bro. I'm gonna pull some what's the tea, and then we'll move on from this pussy ass. Never gonna dance again. I'm sorry. I'm so immature right now, but even if their leg is physically hurt, it does feel closer to the energy of doesn't have a leg to stand on. Someone lost a fight and they just look like a bitch. It is what it is. I don't know why this energy is significant to read, but for whatever reason it is. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have gotten over it. Now he's having a pity party for one. Manifestation. This is what you get. You run your mouth all day. You know, I encountered someone like this a year ago. Physical attraction. You keep talking about what a great fighter you is. The divine's gonna test your ass. Someone's gonna test your ass. So yeah, you're a good fighter. Let's fucking fight. And then boom, turns out, pansy ass bitch. Envy. This person's a narc, and they just had a blow to the nuts. So they're a little, you know, whether they actually did get a blow to the nuts or just the proverbial one. This person now does not have a leg to stand on, and their nuts hurt. Typical narc energy. Fucking weirdo. Right in his mouth, and then, you know, someone was like, oh yeah, prove it. So, like, last year, I was friends with somebody. We're no longer friends. That's something else. However, I started getting weird messages on my eBay about mostly my mom's items. So I'd answer the questions, and the next thing I know, my friend is writing me, the one I'm not friends with anymore, and he's like, hey, my roommate is being weird. She just assaulted a friend of mine. And I was like, what? And he's telling me the story. He said she invited my friend out for drinks, and they were getting along and having a good time, and then they came back to my house, and then my roommate attacked her with a knife. And I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, but my friend is a black belt, and she just, like, kicked her ass, and then the police came. So I was like, holy shit. I did not realize at the time the person sending me the weird eBay messages is the same woman who attacked someone with a knife. So anyway, they're having their own drama over there, but he was just telling me about it. I'm like, holy shit. And then one night, I get a message that someone is talking about me on Twitter. And she's posting pictures of her black eye, and she's like, no one feels sorry for me. I'm over here hurt. But it's like, I don't know. And she was just talking about how she never trusted me, and how I always talk about my mom. She was writing me messages about my mom's stuff. Asking me questions that involve my mom. It's like, if you don't want me to talk about my mom, don't ask me questions. Fucking weirdo. And she attacks. Thank goodness the woman was a black belt. I'm glad she was fine. And I'm so sorry she had to go through that. She invites someone out for a friendly drink and tries to attack them. And then she's like, why doesn't anyone feel sorry for me? Last I heard, her daughters, this woman was 60 years old, by the way. 60. 60. Her daughter had to come pick her up, and hopefully she's in some, like, a nursing home or mental health. This feels like that kind of vibe, though. Somebody insane, and it's like, you attacked someone for no reason and got your ass kicked. Like, I'm so glad if that lady had to attack anybody, it turned out to be a black belt. And that person was fine. As much as I wish they didn't have to go through that. It's like, at least it was a situation where no one got killed. And it was quickly, like, stopped. Never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. Beach. But if you look, this person's walking alone. And this energy, too, is this person's alone. Even if this was a narc with flying monkey groups, they're embarrassed now by this guy. Why? Because now the other narcs and other flying monkeys make fun of them, and they don't want that. This man, no man is an island. Well, this man is definitely a fucking island on the beach by himself. Persona non grata. That's the energy here. Dude wrote checks his ass could not back up. His ass could not cash. I forget the expression. I never use it. Or say shit like that unless it's in a reading. And then sometimes, like, later, if someone tells me they resonate with it, sometimes when I say shit like that, they're like, that person always said that. And I'm like, oh, okay. I have Don't Fear the Reaper. The shit's up for this guy, though. He looks like a pussy, that's it. He looks like a immature bitch baby. This child and crime of passion energy. But crime of passion, this guy's temper, he just looks like a little temper tantrum, and not really like a strong man. He just looks like a little immature bitch. The child energy, there's no children in this reading, except for this one's immature ass. I get more immature vibe. Don't be like they are. Come on, baby. Don't fear the reaper. Fire sign energy heavy. But it could be just someone with like a hothead. Is that what they say when people are like aggressive hothead? I think so. Baby, I'm your man. I also see this guy having to speak to police later. I don't know if this fight or whatever. There's charges or there's video for sure. I see a lot of people laughing and giggling. This guy wanted to be famous, but not as an internet joke. I want to be the hero. Your body language says so much, but you're an idiot. And I'm not coming back. You can't come back from this. This is a huge ass fall. You don't have a leg to stand on. Even if you aren't physically injured like your actual leg, but I think you are. You don't have a leg to stand on, bitch. Valentine is done, he said in my ear. That time period where your flying monkeys loved you, they're gone. Everything is gone. You look like a little bitch. King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sag. I pretend I don't care, and you're not part of my plan. They don't know what to do here. They counted on being the big man, but you look like a little bitch. What are you gonna do? Is it just a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sag, or is it just that kind of hothead energy? I'm shuffling these upside down. That's weird. Come on, baby. Feel the reaper. Take my hand. This wanted to come out backwards at first. That's crazy. It's just also, too, total, like, maybe if someone thought this guy was kind of cool, they don't anymore. It's like total flip, image reverse. La, 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 la. Doesn't have a leg to stand on. And I coins, heavy fire side energy. It is Leo season, though. That's why I asked. But also I say Gemini are just people that were affiliated Sun during Leo season with a hot head or just over it. 5 of Wands. Feeling affiliated with that guy makes you look bad. So a lot of people are cutting ties or about to if they haven't yet. This guy is about to maybe try to reach out. Hey, flying monkeys, I haven't heard from you in a couple days. What's going on? And no answer. Even the crickets aren't chirping. Even the, you know how like in old movies, when things stop, there's like a record scratch? That doesn't even happen. I swear I heard that once in real life, but I don't really think I did. To be fair, I had just hit my head really fucking hard. And I was seeing birds and stars in there, the record scratch, so I'm pretty sure it was just a side effect from hitting my head really fucking hard. I don't think it, but at least I can recognize that. Look, I just hit my head hard. I'm pretty sure that was part of it. Whatever this is, though, this person doesn't have a leg to stand on. Queen of Coins, 3 of Cups, and 6 of Swords in reverse. I feel like if he had a girlfriend, he doesn't anymore. If he had... if he was close to getting one. That card was in my... You know, I started shuffling this kind of upside down, and I wondered, did I shuffle in? I did. Some of these cards are backwards and some aren't. Great. Only a few, though. Let's do another shuffle and end this out. Don't fear the Reaper. Dude, it's over for you. You may have to move. But even still, there's a video on the internet. It's going to follow you forever. You wanted to be famous. Just, you know, it's not the way you hoped it would be, but here we are. 8 of Coins, 4 of Coins. I don't know. Wherever you go, it's probably going to follow him if it's on video. It's over for this dude. I don't think he'll ever come across as the big tough guy again. Not with this video following him. This evidence.